The Malvat Mahanayaka showers his blessings on the President's program. A colossal sum of local and foreign currency deposited by the mother of Sarath Fonseca's son-in-law is recovered. Recording of evidence from witnesses in the President's assassination case begins. Freedom Alliance is geared for elections. District leaders ink nomination papers. And in news overseas, the Delhi High Court refuses relief to the Indian general facing a court-martial. Moving on to news in detail, we start off with news here at home. Mahanayaka of the Malvatha chapter, the most venerable Tibbatuave Sri Sumangala Thera, has said that he will continue to extend his blessings to the President's program. The Mahanayaka Thera expressed these views when he discussed the current situation of the country in a telephone conversation with the President. He said although he signed a letter regarding Sarath Fonseca due to the insistence of other Nayaka Theras, the Mahasangha has no intention of bringing pressure against the implementation of the law. He assured the President of his blessings in the future as well. He said that the law should be respected despite the views expressed by various people. He also assured the President that the Mahasangha will not intervene in this regard. The CID has sealed 4 safety lockers belonging to Dhanuna Tilakaratna's mother in a bank in Colombo. The CID this morning opened the safety lockers in the presence of Dhanuna Tilakaratna's mother, Ashoka Tilakaratna. Dhanuna is General Fonseca's son-in-law. When the CID had wanted to record a statement from Ms. Tilakaratna, she had claimed that the cash belonged to Sarath Fonseca and that she had agreed to deposit it in her safety locker. Dhanuna Tilakaratna has been accused of indulging in arms deals through a company allegedly belonging to him in Oklahoma in the USA. Giving more information at a media briefing in Colombo this afternoon, police media spokesman SP Prashant Jaikodi said that on a special order from the magistrate, 4 safety lockers of a private bank in Colombo were examined. These safety lockers belong to Ashoka Tilakaratna, the mother of Dhanuna, son-in-law of Sarath Fonseca. 527,000 US dollars, 100 sterling pounds and 15 million Sri Lankan rupees were found. The value of these currencies amounted to 75 million rupees. These are kept in these lockers and the CID is taking initiatives to secure an order to credit this amount to the judicial account. Also, the Exchange Controller and the Monetary Intelligence Unit of the Central Bank have been instructed to investigate as to how this money had been secured. Court today issued an arrest warrant on Dhanuna Tilakaratna, the son-in-law of Sarath Fonseca. The order was issued by Fort Magistrate Lanka Jaratna. He gave the order after the CID informed the courts that Dhanuna Tilakaratna was either desiring to leave the country or had already left the country on a false passport. The CID said he was wanted in connection with a High Corp deal of allegedly supplying military hardware to the army when Sarath Fonseca was the commander. The recording of summary of evidence from witnesses over the President's assassination conspiracy is now in progress. Investigations are continuing into an incident of an alleged coup by a group including Sarath Fonseca to overthrow the government and assassinate the President with the end of the presidential election. An article posted on the Asian Tribune website pointed out that Chief of Staff Major General Daya Ratnayaka has started recording summary of evidence from witnesses over the incident. Doubts of many whether Sarath Fonseca could be tried under the Army Act has now been clarified, even it had been cleared by his lawyers. The Asian Tribune reliably learns that the true position has been intimated to Sarath Fonseca by his lawyers. However, the website claimed that Sarath Fonseca has refused to take part in the recording of the summary of evidence. The same would be produced in court-martial. The non-cooperation of Sarath Fonseca would not in any way prevent the proceeding of the recording of the summary of witnesses. The Asian Tribune has also learned that the army officials, while recording the summary of witnesses, have made sure that Sarath Fonseca is posted with live audio relay through special audio arrangements. In the meantime, the CID officials have met Sarath Fonseca yesterday. Website reports pointed out that the purpose was to interrogate him on the High Corp transaction of Sarath Fonseca's son-in-law. You're watching Prime TV News, still at home. 2 students were killed following an accidental explosion in Jaffna. 6 others were injured. According to the police, the students had picked up a ball-like object from the road. They had later thrown it away. Police media spokesman SP Prashant Jaikodi said the students of the Colombo Thurai Hindu Vidyalaya were returning home after school when they detected this object. They had been advised by an adult not to keep it with them, but discard it. As soon as they threw it, the object exploded. The 2 students killed were 10 years old. Another 6 were injured. They were rushed to the Jaffna hospital. The Jaffna police are investigating. Moving on, leaders and deputy leaders of 17 district groups contesting the Freedom Alliance for the parliamentary elections have inked nomination papers. They signed the papers at an auspicious time this morning in the presence of President Rajapaksa. Ministers Tissa Karaliya then SM Chandrasena for the Anuradhapura district, Maitripala Sirisena and Siripala Gamlat for the Polonnaru district, and Sumedha Jasena and Jagat Pushpakumara for the Munragala district inked the nomination papers. Papers for the Badulla district were signed by Ministers Nima Siripala de Silva and Dilan Pereira. Nominations for the Colombo district were inked by Ministers Sushil Premjayant and H.M. Fauzi. Ratnapura nominations were signed by Ministers W.D.J. Senivaratna and Pavitra Vanyarachi, while Ministers C.B. Ratnaik and Arumugam Thondaman signed on behalf of the Nuwara district as group leaders and deputy leaders. For Mathala, it was Ministers Janaka Bandara Thennakoon and Rohan Dissanayaka who signed the nominations. Meanwhile, nominations for the Hambantota district have also been compiled. Candidates cover several sectors. There are several professionals as well as new faces. Rear Admiral Anand Piris has pledged to actively and honestly dedicate to the task of taking the country towards development. The new chief of the Civil Defence Department said that the President immediately after the terrorist attack at Kebetigul visited the location within hours, renamed the Civil Defence Force as the Civil Defence Department, gave the necessary grants to the department and also T-56 weapons in addition to first-class uniforms. Thereafter he took the initiative of encouraging the department and entrusting it to safeguard the villagers. Thereafter, the villagers did not evacuate their hometowns. This was an impetus to the army, the police and the STF. Although the department is 3.5 years old, it had made a vital contribution. The President did not forget to summon members of the Civil Defence Department to participate in the victorious parade that was organized at the Golfers Green and honoured the department at the state level. He was speaking after assuming office as the new Director General of the Civil Defence Department. Anand Piris, born on 29th January 1954, had his academic studies at Dharmapala College in Pannipitiya and at Anand College, Colombo. He joined the Sri Lankan Navy as a cadet officer in 1974 and thereafter held several high positions in the Navy. He has also been honoured with the Vishishta Seva Vibhushana medal. He rendered a priceless service to the operations in defeating the LTTE terrorists. Sri Lanka is hoping that hosting the Asian Football Council Challenge Cup 2010 will help to show the world that the country is emerging from the ashes of war. AFC Vice President Manilal Fernando said after the end of the civil war last year, he wanted an event that would showcase the country to the world. He told the AFC.com correspondent Alvin Saleh that Sri Lanka is at peace now and he wanted to get the message across to the world, especially people in Asia, that they are a country which is beautiful and have smiling people. The tournament features 8 teams. They will battle it out for the top prize, which is a place at next year's AFC Asian Cup in Qatar. Up next is your currency update. And in news overseas, the Delhi High Court today refused to grant any relief to Lieutenant General P.K. Rath